slimmer and smarter with the rigid RDS SR Series Pro. This compact single-row light bar conforms to modern looks and projects more lighting to get you further, boasting a compact design, gentle curve, and the same proven rigid quality. The RDS SR Series Pro is a new, sleek, and sophisticated way to own the night.
Four Wheel Parts is having an epic sale. Hot summer sale to be exact.
Massive sale June 1st.
Head into 4 Wheel Parts or shop online at
4wheelparts.com
and take advantage of these killer deals June 1st.
Saturday, June 1st, hot summer sales, 4 Wheel Parts.
You don't want to miss this sale.
All right, what's up, guys? We are back with 2018 Baja 500. It is now 7 o'clock. I think we're in our 10th hour of coverage, maybe 11, whatever it is. We're still here. We're going to bring you guys some more updates. So in case you're just tuning in and you don't know what's going on, this guy right here, Andy McMillan, won in his same truck that he won San Felipe in. So I'd say that's a pretty good truck he's got there. 2 races in a row, pretty impressive. He started out front today. He never got passed. He stayed out front all day. He did have a flat tire or two. He got them changed. We posted the video. They changed the tire in less than 60 seconds. So pretty crazy how fast they changed the flat tires on Andy's truck today. So he had a great run. Like we said, Luke finished second, and then Bryce was third. There's been a few more that have finished since then. Abdali's finished. Robbie Gordon broke. You'll see in a minute. He broke like 9 miles from the finish or less than that. So big bummer for Robbie. Maybe he can get it going again, but he's still sitting there right now. Rob McCackern is on his way in. Dan McMillan just finished. So we just saw Dan finish. And Abdali, like we said, Abdali had just finished. So let's go over and take a look at the map, and then we'll get you guys some updates on some of the other classes since the trophy trucks are pretty much the winners are already over. So like we said, Robbie Gordon, he broke here 9 miles from the finish. Not sure what he broke. Rob McCackern is 10 miles from the finish right now coming in. He had some downtime earlier. I'm not sure what his downtime was for either. He was running pretty much right there on time with everybody, and then he kind of lost it. Gary Magnus has had a pretty solid run all day. Haven't really seen them stop much. They've just been cruising along, had a good run. Same with Chris Miller, right behind them. Clean run all day, it looks like. And then we got the first Class 1 car right here, Justin Davis. So that's going to be your first Class 1 car coming in. The first Trophy Truck Legend class looks like it's going to be the 3L. Mark Post is going to be your first one, or maybe Clyde Stacy. They're pretty close together. So that's the battle for the lead in the Trophy Truck Legend is right there. So that's going to be your leaders there. Like we said, the Brad Wilson here. Someone's asking, did Herbst fight Abdali yet? I don't know. We were watching and we didn't see him. It looked like when Abdali finished and his girlfriend or wife or whatever came over, it looked like she was telling him that someone was over there, and then he had a little worried look on his face. It was, I don't know what happened with it. We didn't have any cameras there to see, but I don't know if anything happened with there or not. Let's go look at the trophy truck specs. I think there's going to be, besides the Class 1s, they're going to be the next one back. So let's just turn them on for a minute. Trophy truck spec. This one right here is not at that's definitely, I don't think that one's in front. That's mile 50, so we got to go back this way. All right, there we go. Lead car, the 299. They've been the lead trophy truck spec for a while. So the 299 is leading. The 204, Sarah Price, is going to be second place right now. She's been up front pretty much all day. Come back a little bit to the 250 of John Langley. That's the Cops truck. Back to the 218, Chad Dorman. Then the 294, Vincent Munoz. The 232, Chelsea Magnus. Once again, she's had a clean run all day. 297 and the 279, AJ Jones. We've been following AJ Jones, Austin Jones all day. He is running in the top, 8 or so? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, top 7 or 8. So a pretty good run for him today. And then back to the 295, 246, 240, and the 248. Someone was asking about the 257. Let's scroll back. 257 is right there. So the 257 is at mile 366. So they got about 117 miles to go. And then they will be at the finish. So that's what Trophy Truck Spec looks like. Let's see what people saying. Robbie, what happened to Robbie Gordon? We don't know. He's broke 9 miles from the finish at 0 miles an hour. I'm not sure what his problem is. We haven't heard anything yet, but he is definitely stopped. So that's what happened with Robbie. Let's go look at the UTV class, the forced induction turbo class. These guys are actually really fast today. It's going to be interesting to see where these guys stack up in the overall. I think they're going to be pretty high this race. So we have the 2917 Jason Murray. He's been out front all day. He's still out front. Then next we have the 2927 Justin Smith. Then we have the 2931 back here. Then we have, that's Craig Scanlon. So Craig Scanlon, 4 Wheel Parts, big thanks to them. They've been sponsoring us this year to help put on these shows for you guys. So 2931 having a good run all day. Hopefully they can bring it to the finish in the top 3 there. 2948 is 4th, and Mark Brunette in 2905 is next. So that's that. Then we have the 2919, Brandon Schuler, Corey Sappington, and Wayne Matlock. So some people were looking for Wayne Matlock. Now, when we go look at this other class, his wife, Kristen Matlock, is probably going to be towards the front. So, actually, normally aspirated. Yeah, that's it right here. Pro UTV, normally aspirated. So, Caden Wells is out front. Caden Wells. Then they have the 1985 second, the 1950 third, and then there's Kristen Matlock in 4th. So she's not having quite as clean of a run as she usually does. She had some issues earlier. I'm not sure what they were. And she's in 4th place still, so that's good. Then let's go look and see who else. What other classes would you guys like to see? We can start looking at some of the limited classes now that the trophy trucks have finished. All right, the 1600 cars. 1609, that's going to be your leader there. The 1616 is second in 1600, and then the 1626 is going to be third. Then it goes back to the 1683 next. So that's your top 4 in the 1600 class. Now let's go look for class 11. Let's check them out. We can go look at the class 11 cars. All right. They're moving along still. What do you guys think? Are these guys going to finish within the 20-hour time limit or not? I'm not sure. I think that's going to be I don't think they're going to, honestly. We'll see. So we're at mile 183 only for the lead class 11 car. And that's the 1113. They've been out front all day. So lead 11 car is there. The next 11 car is the 1111. And then we have the 1152, 1106, and the 1141. Notice all 5 of these are still moving. There's only one that looks like they're back in Ensenada. So we got 5 Class 11 cars still moving along, so that's pretty cool. So let's see, what are your questions you guys got? What's for dinner? Well, we're eating pizza. I got pizza for dinner here, so that's what's for dinner there, Ben. We can, since Ben is here, he probably wants to see the Class 5, huh? Let's go look at Class 5. Class 5 Unlimited. There's only 3 racing today. The 527 looks like that's out front here. Then next, we have the 501. That's going to be second, but they're at 0 miles an hour. It looks like they're in a pit. And let's see. Getting an update from the Honda guys right now. They're working on there. We'll go look at them next. And then the 510 is third. So let's see what other class. All right, Class 7. It's moving on right along here. Class 7. All right, so Dan Shamley is out front, but he's at 0 miles an hour. So he's here. He's first. Then we have 7. This is the 7F class, so that's actually different. But the 704F is there. 751, that's another, I think that's 7S or 7SX. Then the 740, back to the 700F. Brandon Walsh is still moving at mile 194. So the Honda truck is actually right here. They're not tracking, but I have one of my own trackers on them. So right where this arrow is, right before the mics turn off, they are sitting there waiting for parts. They broke a drive plate in the back, and they were waiting for parts. I'm just told the new plan here, this is just in from the Honda team, if anybody's interested. So it says, Pat and Mike have the new parts and are headed to me at mile 343, and we're going to fix it here. So 343 is all the way across. They're going to try to limp it over to 343. It says Jeff is going to try and limp it from Mike's entrance to me, and Richard is in the middle to help them if they need it. Richard from RPM. He's up at Mike's. The way the race car keeps moving instead of sitting where it is, since the parts are 2 hours away. So there you go. They had to send someone back into Ensenada. This is for the Jeff Proctor, Pat Daly truck. They had to send someone back into Ensenada to get parts. They have a problem with the car right here, but the parts are faster for them to come down from Ensenada down the Pacific side. So since the truck can kind of work, they're going to go for it, and they're going to try to limp it all the way across. That's a pretty bold strategy there. So I don't know if that's going to work out for them or not, because that is a really tight technical section there. And if they're limping in on one-wheel drive or something, I don't know. I don't know if I would go for that, but they're going for it. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated on them. We'll keep you updated on their progress. It's Baja, so you never know. Maybe they'll get some luck or something. And yep. So what other class you guys want to see? Anyone else you guys want to see, or anything you want updates on before we sign off for this hour? Let me know now that we're. I'm going to do at least probably maybe 2 more of these, so 2 more hours of updates, and then probably by then most of the big classes will be finished, and you guys will be in bed, and no one will care anymore. So you guys asked for Ryan Arciero. I believe he had a transmission problem or something. He went out early. He's been out for a while. I believe it was transmission on Arciero, but he's been out of the race for a while. So Robbie Gordon, everyone keeps asking. He's broken. He's broken 9 miles from the finish line. I'll go show you where he is again. So he's right here. He's still broken. Right there. 9 miles from the finish line. He is broken. He was running in 4th place when he broke, so bummer for Robbie. So that's them. Class 1, we showed you guys Class 1, but it's right here. So the 185 is 14 miles from the finish. So the first Class 1 car is going to finish in about half an hour or less. It's going to be Justin Davis, it looks like, followed by Brad Wilson. He's 23 miles out. And then we have the Morgan Langley car and the other Wilson car, Brian Wilson. So those 4 Class 1s are going to be finishing within the next half an hour to an hour. So that's your update there. Parkhouse, I haven't seen Parkhouse for a while on the tracker, so I don't know what happened to Parkhouse for those of you that were asking. Millen was going pretty good earlier in the Class 1, but let's turn on Class 1 and see if he where he made it to. I don't see him. There he is right there, I think. Yep. So Millen is 55 miles from the finish. So that'll be the first finish for that car, I believe, and in a pretty good race too. That's a 4-wheel drive Class 1, kind of based off a UTV design and chassis and stuff. So it's all custom. They built it in-house, but it's based off of like a UTV. It's kind of a cool idea. Who won Trophy Truck? Well, Andy won. Andy won Trophy Truck. It was Luke got second, and then Bryce got third, and I forget the rest of the order after there. Who cares after the top 3 anyways, right? So that was Trophy Truck. And finishing order, starting order for the 400. I heard 2 different things on that. I heard it was going to be, but then I heard they're also going to do a random draw again. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll try and confirm from Score about the starting order for the 400, if they're going to do a draw or if this is going to be it. So I don't know that for sure. That's a good question. I've heard both ways from people who I would trust, so I don't know who was right or not. Have you heard of any penalties? I haven't yet, but I believe Bryce is going to get one or got one. It might be official by now. I'm not sure, for pitting on the side of the highway. He pulled over, didn't pull quite all the way off the road, put the jack up, and they changed the tire with his crew's assistance right on the side of the road. So that's a big no-no. You gotta pull over all the way off. So I think Bryce is going to get a penalty for that. I haven't seen it yet, but I think he's going to. Someone's asking for 516 real quick. All right, we'll show you them again real quick. 516. We'll go back. They're going to be over here probably. So yeah, it looks like 516. We have the 550. The leader is at mile 265 right now, Omar, Luis. And then the 599 is at mile 226. And then the only other car tracking is the 575, and they are at 0 miles an hour at mile 302. I don't know where the 571 is because it hasn't updated in 43 minutes. So that's see, Abdali, someone just said he posted he's unofficially third. So that might make sense. He got if Bryce got a penalty, that would bump Bryce down and Abdali back up. So that's what I thought. So all right, guys, we'll be back. I'll do at least one more update, maybe 2. We'll see how it's going. I'll be back at 8 o'clock for one more update. And see you guys at 8 o'clock. Big thanks to KMC Wheels, 4-Wheel Parts, and Rigid Industries. Now that it's dark out, a lot of these guys are going to turn on their lights, so you're going to be seeing a lot of Rigid lights coming into the finish pretty soon. The sun is almost set down there, and it's just about time to turn your lights on. So we'll see you guys at 8 o'clock.